Hello, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here.
Well, the first thing I want you to do is just introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are.
Okay. My name's Sarah Spencer, and I live in Maine, and I'm 35, and I'm self-employed. I'm a physical therapist. I've been doing physical therapy for about 10 years. I'm also a personal trainer. And like I said, we live in Maine. I have one son who is 4.5, and my husband is also a physical therapist. We're really active. We love to do anything outside any time of the year. So we're
Uh-huh.
into skiing right now because it's winter. It's great.
Maine, got to be cold up there.
Maine. It is. I know. And I had a blanket on before we started because I'm in the basement. It's cold. It was 4 degrees this morning.
Yeah, it's a
So.
lot different than Florida down here.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, you are not overweight, and obviously you're active, you're very fit and physical
Mhm.
therapist. What made you want to invest in a nutrition coach?
That's a great question. I've been an athlete for my whole life. I was a Division III heptathlete in college, and have struggled with my mindset around nutrition for a really long time. And something inside of me was just ready to fix that. And so I know Brittany, who is my coach, um, through some personal development type stuff. And I trust her, and her and I vibe really well. Like, we have very similar personalities and interests. And after hearing for a while what she was doing, I was like, I think this is going to be a good fit. So I was ready. In my head, I was ready. And it's been amazing. It's been an amazing experience.
I'm really glad that you got to work with Brittany this whole time. She's an
Yeah.
amazing coach. I know the education around food was a big part of why you were interested in the FLA movement. How has learning the foundations with Coach Brittany helped you specifically with those goals that you had? And then also, how has it changed your mindset for like and your body and your performance? Like, how specifically has it changed everything?
Yeah. So the education was huge. And that's what I was really wanting the most, was to learn how food and my body can work together, like, happily. Um, and that was exactly what I got. That, like, it was incredible. I mean, we met weekly, and I was able to not only listen to, like, what she had to say from the education, but also, like, I was living it. I was experiencing the changes. When I started, I had some goals with my racing, and we were able to work make my food help me and work with me to achieve the times that I wanted to race in. And and then my goals shifted to more body composition. And we were able to tweak my food and have my food work with me to achieve the body composition goals that I wanted. Um, is that answering your question? I'm trying to remember. I think you asked like three things.
Yeah, basically, how did the education help with your goals and help with your mindset? Because the
Yeah,
education, I feel like it drives the compliance, but it also helps just because you understand what you're doing. It You no longer have those like food issues as much
right,
because you understand what you're doing. It's not emotional
right.
anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, the education, I needed to know why. Like, I wanted to know, why was I supposed to do this versus this, or why is my body responding this way compared to how, like, I was before. That's important to me, especially, like, being in healthcare and understanding
Yeah.
physiology. Like, I wanted to, and then as an athlete, because honestly, I received no nutrition education as an athlete. Like, even in college, I got nothing. And so I was left with, like, what my own brain created, and which wasn't good,
Uh-huh.
about food. And so the education, like you said, drove the compliance, but so did the emotional impact of feeling what I was feeling and seeing the transformation in my own body. that drove compliance too. Cause I was like, I could see it. I could feel it. I was running faster at and then when my goals shifted to body composition, like I toned up. Like it was
Yeah.
like pretty quick, and as far as mindset goes, it has just started working with Brittany in August. And so it's been 6 months, 5 months. I'm like a whole different person when it comes to food. Like I used to have a lot of fear around, food, and the emotion is taken out of it. It's so nice to just have that like weight off my shoulders, and I log my food and I move on, and it's great. There's no guilt. There's no like, oh gosh, I didn't exercise today, so I shouldn't eat a lot, It's
Right.
just there. It's totally helped and allowed me to heal, like my mind heal from years of bad thinking about food.
That's
So
incredible. And it's
mhm.
incredible how fast that a 6 months for that to heal after a
Yeah,
lifetime
like
of
I said,
that.
I was ready for it. I knew for me I had to, because I've worked in my teenage years with, I had some, eating disorder issues, and I've been in like counseling for it, and that of course never helped because I wasn't ready, but I was
Yeah.
ready. I was ready for this. I embraced it, and I had trust in Brittany and you.
Hmm.
So
Well, and I think the really great thing is that you have a lot of respect as well because of being a physical therapist and because of being an athlete. You have a lot of respect for education as well. And you
mhm.
really dove into it and listened and applied, and you're very consistent. Um,
Yeah,
and you had the ability with the consistency to, because of your athletic background, to be able to get results really fast. And then
yeah,
that allowed you to see the results, which allowed you to see that not only that it worked, but also that allowed you to put that emotion to the side.
yeah.
And that
What?
in 6 months is really, it's incredible to to be able to put your emotions and your fear aside when people work for years to do that.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I mean, I'd been 15 years at least in the struggle of, not treating my body well. And as a PT, like you said, I mean, it's hammered into us to do evidence-based practices. And,
right.
you know, and the thing that was so great about this program was it's all evidence-based. You're logging data every day, and you're
Hmm.
looking at like the week of all your biofeedback, and it's nothing but evidence-based. It's exactly what my brain and personality needed in order to
Hmm.
trust what was going on and to
Hmm.
understand the relationship between how I felt and what I put in my body.
Right. Which is exactly what most people need in order to move forward.
Mhm.
If they'll allow themselves to get into the data and into doing this,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I'm so glad you have. Quickly, you've healed quickly.
Yeah. No
Um,
kidding.
and I mean, so we know it's changed your mindset, and I know you said it changed your performance and changed your body composition. But you've lost about 6 pounds so far.
I know. Yeah. I had like some baby weight. My son's 4.5. And because I wasn't eating well and over exercising, I wasn't my metabolism was just jacked up. And so I didn't lose a lot of the baby weight, and that was hanging on to it. And I couldn't be happier. Like I started out thinking, I don't really care what the scale says, because I've always been muscular. So like my weight has never really reflected like my health, I think. Like I don't mean health, but like I never really got hooked on the scale and what the scale said, because I knew I just had more muscle than most. But it was nice to see 6 pounds coming off.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel it in the way that I feel when I run in my clothes. I feel good. I feel confident.
And your run times are faster, quite
Yeah,
quite
quite fast.
significantly
Yeah.
faster,
Yep.
which is impressive. And your run times were even faster in a deficit.
Yeah.
which
I
was
know.
interesting.
Yeah. I
Um,
know.
so which is says a lot for all the other habits that you were developing during the time of that obviously weren't developed yet, even though you're an
Mm-hmm.
athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to be
Interesting.
said for learning and developing all the different foundations that we teach and the accountability of having somebody hold you accountable because
Mm-hmm.
you're an athlete, you obviously hold yourself accountable to a lot of different things. um, but
Yeah.
is there anything that you think that we've left out of your journey that you want to talk about, like, or is there anything else you would like to share with someone questioning joining FLA?
I would just say, whatever your whatever your background, whatever your goals, this is a great program. And I mean, you've put so much work into developing this with your own experiences, and it is a well researched, well thought out, like evidence based program. And that's what I needed. I think it's what most everyone needs. It's, for me, it's the no bullshit. Like, you're here, you want results, do the work, and you
Right.
get it. Like, it's like there's no fluff. It's just that's it. Like, do your work, log your stuff, and sit back and be excited for what your body can do.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
points out if you're not doing the work.
Yeah. Which is good because, like, you got skin in the game. Like,
Hmm.
do the work.
Yeah. that that data will definitely show you if you're not doing
Yeah.
the work.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's for me, that's like I said, the kind of person I am. I'm the no
Yes.
bullshit, like, give me the let's just do this.
Yes.
Um, so that's why that's why the results were so quick. It's
Yeah.
it was the perfect fit. It was the perfect time. I was ready.
And I just love the fact in your story that your performance changed, your body composition changed, and your mindset around food had changed in such a short
Yeah.
period of time, truly, after
And
years of dealing with it.
I can't reiterate, it was literally 15 plus years of dealing with this in my head, and nothing changed before this. Like, I would, in the worst of the worst, I would exercise 3 times a day and barely eat 1,000 calories. And, and yeah, and so from that point to now, where I'm healthy, I'm eating a lot of the right stuff with the right proportions of protein, carbs, and fats. And I'm not addicted to exercise like I once was. I love to exercise, but it's not oh gosh, I didn't exercise today and all this fear. It's just I needed a rest day. My body needed it, and I have a healthy mindset to both food and exercise. And that is a huge weight because this is a
Wow.
15-year plus lifestyle that I've, lived with. So thank you.
What a gift.
What a gift. No kidding.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a big
Yeah.
weight. We need to thank
Right.
Brittany for being such a trustworthy person.
Oh my
And
gosh,
I'm
totally.
really glad that you found her so that she could bring you into this community. And we're thankful for
Thank,
you being a part of this tribe and for
thank you.
trusting and
Thank you.
for doing the work, because without you doing the work,
Thank
nothing
you.
would happen. We're
Exactly.
here, but you
That's
had to do
right.
all the work.
So true.
I wish that there was a way I could hug you through the screen right now.
I know.
Thank you so much for your time. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you. And thank you for showing up. And I
Thank
hope I get
you.
to see you at the next excursion.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.